Hello, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, I pray that it'll be a blessing to you. This is the fourth part of the series about eternal security of the believer, knowing whether you are saved or not, whether you have eternal life or whether you could lose it or not. I'd like to read to you in the book of John. In 1 John chapter 5 verse 13 it says, I write these things unto you who believe in the name of the Son of God, so that you may know that you have eternal life. Now, one thing about the Bible, and when it comes to things like that, is very clear. So I'm writing these things to you that you may know for certain that you have eternal life. As a matter of fact, in a previous verse, in verse 12, it says, Whosoever has the Son has life. Whosoever does not have the Son of God does not have life. One thing that the devil wants people to have is a sense of insecurity, not knowing for sure what their status is, the afterlife. And men have done so many things over the years to try to guarantee access to the afterlife. Building huge pyramids or building huge boats that would take them and their slaves to Valhalla. And their slaves and their animals would be slaughtered with them. The evil delusion in the hearts of men, and the different ways that they've tried to cheat death and to try to have some sense of guarantee, but that's the only guarantee you can have in this life is Jesus Christ. It says, God so loved the world, he gave his Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. And so the Bible tells us we have the assurance of the life that is now and the life that has to come. So as Christians, we're not just looking for the life after death and that we are deprived. But when you're born again, when you're a child of God, God gives you a quality of life. You have peace with God, and you don't need to use drugs or alcohol and waste it and trying desperately for satisfaction, but you have the peace of God in your life through this life. Another aspect is the new birth. It says there in the further down that you're born of God. Whosoever is born of God does not commit sin. And so because you're born of God, you cannot live a life of continuous sinning. And how can you be born of God and then all of a sudden, like saying you're unborn when you lose your salvation? That is ridiculous.